Alright, cool. It is picking up the mic. Yes, hello. Yes, hello, 1 2 1 2. If I turn this up, it's going to potentially pick me up even better. I'm pretty sure that's what I want. All right. So the microphone is now picking up a bit more. I probably should raise the threshold even higher. Because the truth is, like, I want to make sure that it's actually picking me up and that I'm loud enough. So for right now, let's see. Okay, so my mute button is still working. I raised the microphone a little bit on my end so that everything should be louder and the gate should be higher, but I also ended up finding the noise gate setting. So now there shouldn't be anything that's like persistently in the background until I speak, which of course I overpower that threshold and come through just fine. The audio should be coming through for the device. I wonder what that random popping is right now. Maybe it's me breathing. Yeah, it kind of is. Okay. Well, I think that's like a little bit of an exception I can make. Also, I feel bad because I ended the stream last by cheating and looking at level thresholds and stuff like that. And here's my meow stick. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, after watching a video and it's like one of the easier shiny farming methods actually is in Zone 3 for a specific set of Pokemon, and one of them, of course, is Esper. So yeah, cool. Also, let me set up something real quick. I mean, you don't have to let me. I'll do it anyway. Stream's been up for a minute. A hot minute. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I feel like I still talk a little too shallow, just like in general. Okay, that sounds better. Alright, I can work with that for now. So, audio sounds fine. Pop out the catch. Chat. Alright, that's set up. The screen is set up. All good. Okay, cool. Back to procrastinating and not doing anything relevant. Alpha bub. Alright, right now, we're simply just doing a light bit of rinsing and repeating to see if we hear the shiny trigger. That is 66 meters. Said you have to be 70 meters away to like despawn and then go back to 50. make sure the abundant amount of background noise that exists doesn't continuously trigger the mic. Although it may not be noticeable. I'm noticing that. I want to make sure that whenever I'm talking, I can actually both be heard and there's nothing messing with the audio feedback. However, if I'm not it's still going to be there. The cub is gone. And of course I caught it. One of the things I could have been fine without. I will say it's a little exhausting. Looking like the chat and then right. Oh, it's the reset thing, which means that I guess the alpha or baby is like guaranteed to spawn. Doesn't that defeat the entire purpose of alphas then? If they're just guaranteed? Oh man, an alpha Esper would be pretty cool. Alpha shiny Esper would be insane as far as like odds. He was always alpha here, so I guess he was a guaranteed alpha. And then out here, would you know if there's an alpha Esper? if I ever caught that fire cub. Still kind of wondering about things maybe like the static alpha versus natural alpha. Like the Houndoom, I feel like that's just guaranteed to be alpha no matter what. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the cub was always an alpha. Right now, the Flababy is clearly not an alpha. There's the one right there. I was not seeing it. No. Why is there only one Esper? Unless I scared off the other one already. If this has a bench, I can always do that. That's kind of a long, that's a longer range transition. Oh, if I came too close to them, they must have despawned, which means that's why there's not a... Like, maybe the bench is faster, because it's guaranteed to always spawn a... He's actually in front of me, but I don't think he's really... This should reset everything? Because the Espers got scared. No. So I guess I should... Well, they may just be gone now. They are skittish, which means they do spawn if spotted and not quickly captured. Wow, it's just gone. Alright, well, I guess I'm not doing that at all. And by teleporting here, I mean, oops, I need to go heal. obviously, since they're skittish, they ran away. Might as well give them a little bit of time to come back. Complete stage 3. No, just use perspectiveness, period. Pokemon can get excited. Fire rims, alright. The points aren't gonna matter very much. Oh, okay. 2 fire rims. Oh, I guess that's fair. are. Okay. Those aren't just like extra tickets. They're literally counted. Assuming you have to. Yeah, the slightly hurt. It's okay. No. Don't do that. I'll lead with Meowstick because as far as like the team goes, Meowstick's the only one that actually takes it around. So for me, it's like. Fairy type. Trust me, I do not know what to do. It's super advantageous against the I am probably over. I did say I was going to do this quickly. Oh, good. I'm glad I did all of that stuff earlier before doing this. Basically, when you need to get the promotion match for Y, that would be the best time to like stop everything and go do stuff that you want to do. Why is it his responsibility? I mean, like, I guess If I remember anything that was said, which I don't, 'cause that's how forgettable everything is. I guess he's the like captain. I'd say. But like anybody could message him. Seems like such a weird story beat to just like continue. Like, why didn't anybody message me? It's like, man, there are 4 people that can message you. Why aren't they messaging you? I like my outfit. I think the top part is like a little tight compared to like the original shirt I was wearing. But I mean, it still looks good. And I still haven't found anything that really beats the base pants, though. This game acts like people are just tools for narration without any conceptualization of, like, actual storytelling. Like, seriously, she is just absolutely not giving any regard to this man's, like, specific request of, please leave me alone. At this point, like, other people are complaining about the graphics, they're complaining about a bunch of other stuff that... Granted, the conversation of gameplay over graphics, most people are on the side where it's like, gameplay is obviously going to win, you know, 9 times out of 10. You know, and then there's exceptions, I guess, where it's like, well, there's no reason for these graphics to be so bad, or, you know, that whole conversation. Why isn't anyone talking about the fact that the story is just, like, poorly written? It's so bad. It's so rushed. It's so foregoing people's abilities to be actual people and just, oh, we don't care. We're just gonna do whatever we want. It's like, guys, I'm not gonna do the battle. He doesn't want to do the battle. Exactly. Why do I even bother? Also, apologies if I'm getting, like, the gender wrong. Again, all this stuff is just short-sighted, rushed. Like, I don't even know, like, their names. I have no reason to care about anything that's going on. It's just, Urbane is like, do all the stuff for me. Do it now. And I don't really give you a choice. It's like, thanks. She's somebody. And then he's somebody. Like, great, thank you. Only reason why I even remotely care at all is because I know this person, because I played X and Y. So I know who this person is. That's just like a tiny bit of a person. Ooh, they're really old and that's their shiny flabebe, or just a flabebe. You know, they're old and they were at the end of the game. Like, there's no room to breathe really when it comes to the story. It's all just kind of shoved down your throat. It's like, I just did a whole bunch of battling last night to get my promotional rank, and you just expect me to want to go outside and just beat somebody up again? Like, no. Like, try to be a little bit more original. Jesus. I'm gonna have to get a clip or something so this headphone wire is not just constantly on my lap. This works. I don't get it. Why can't Pokemon just be like, you know what, Fire Emblem exists. Why don't I just slowly earn their trust, or have some sort of like motivational conversations on the side, outside of like the direct main cutscenes and stuff, you know. You could always just earn it, rather than like, hey, let's just do more excessive battling. No, I don't. But I'm not gonna have every single one of my Pokemon that I've had. I promise I'm not. I'm just over leveled and like to use damage over time effects. Naveen didn't promise. That's just it. You don't drag their life out onto the floor against their wishes. Like, yeah, sure, they're shy, but like, let them breathe. Shy people eventually come around to people they like or trust. They will talk to you. Like, this is not how you traumatize someone by being like, hey, I'm gonna tell this person your business. Please don't. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm sorry, I just... And here's the argument. Hey, it's a Pokemon game. You shouldn't be so stressed out about it. Excuse me? You're forcing kids to watch this. You're teaching them terrible lessons. And also at the same time, like, over 50% of your entire base, like fan base, are adults. Like, get over it. Why is everybody gotta have the letter in their name? It's such a weird, like, unnecessary gimmick. We just so happen to find a person who has a letter of the alphabet as their first letter for every champion. What? And, no, not champion, but you get it. Rank match. Just like that. What is this game? I'm not hard to please, but I'm easy to irritate. I don't know. This is also one of those things you have to consider that, yeah, I do a whole lot of talking. I'm just blowing a lot of higher. I'm still playing it. You can critique something, but still experience it. Yeah, yeah. Gimme, gimme. 6 Great Balls is actually a really good thing to grab. I didn't realize I was missing that. Oh, that's a good question. Let me really remember. I know there's 20 zones eventually, so that's not the last one. No, this one. Batchel. Is it key items? No. Definitely not those. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So I don't know who that's supposed to be given to. What do I need? No! That's fine. It was gonna cap out eventually. Okay, what do I want now? More resilient to damage. Mega shards. Money. Or experience. I'm gonna do the experience. I could do 2. No. I need 8. It's 3, 5, 8. Okay. Is this slanted? No. Not in the way that you would want. They would want it. Just slanted. Duskstone is perfect-ish. I don't think it's gonna make much difference. That. Yeah, I figure so. You get like the one time, then they run. Yeah, I have a spinner. I can kind of keep up with my Pokédex based on the zones I've been to. Some point. There's a couple of there's a couple of ideas that I have. One of them being, I would love to catch Pokemon in Arceus to then eventually move over to this game. That would be like a cool carryover. Another thing that I would want to do, which reminds me, I did pay for Home I think for 1 month, so I have no idea how much of a mess that is. Because I threw a bunch of stuff in there and then I haven't paid for it again. So I feel like it's not going to mess with anything, it just restricts your access to what you can interact with. But the app itself, I feel like, wasn't very intuitive. Anyway. It's going to make me wonder what is all required to interact with it again. But I would like to do that. And then I'm not sure what else I want to do. I wouldn't mind doing a mono-type run, just to see how difficult that would be. there were like 2 or 3 brain cells that were like freaking out because it's like, oh look, a Tyranitar. That is such an extremely strange fact to tell. The sun is getting low. Does that mean the Hulk is around? I probably wouldn't mind doing a couple of side missions. I definitely can't stay up real late or anything today. Wait. Better check. Okay. Super potion's still fine. Right now I have... I'm playing... Wait a minute. A short time after this move is used, a blast of psychic energy will strike the spot where the target is. That seems really terrible. So if the Pokemon moves, it's just gonna miss. Seems super unintuitive. I will also apologize. I know partially I'm, you know, ripping the camera around really quickly. I don't have much of a choice because I need to move it around and see what I'm doing. But it's not just nauseating. So I've done this one before. Though apparently I didn't cross it. Also, I've heard the sound from other people's games, but I have not heard the sound of a shiny appearing yet. I figured the beam would be low enough that I would miss it. I need to check my stuff, just to see if I have anything for special attacks. Oh, it's a bubble. That's not an auto. No, I need to save that for like a really strong encounter. I'm sure I can catch it. Shouldn't catch it. Here in a second, I'm just gonna have to stop moving. I can roll here and make it to get that squirrel. Not sure about the building over there though. Granted, I know I bought the game knowing it was a battle simulator. But you can't give me a whole city and be like, don't explore it. Like, I forgot which button it was. Oh, cool. Thanks, Pokemon. Appreciate not being able to cross this easily walk-overable ledge. Funny evolution. Need you. I have an alpha version of you. I've played Pokemon games where I've gotten better results using a Pokeball than ever anything else in the entire game. So, I will use whatever I feel is necessary, but I have a personal use to Pokeball. Hey, look. Because it's nighttime, my favorite time. So that's how I would access all of that. Also, I will say this. I'm not sure if Pokeballs like this respawn. It's like, oh, you've already been here, but yet there's a whole set of Pokeballs being run. I'm not saying I would hate it, but I would find it very annoying. You have no stickers for the map, and you have pretty much no way of determining if you can actually work a certain area. Rather pet and like give Pokemon into because it would be. Have chat from two different things. Basically double the engagement. One is meant for just being viewed and the other one is for work. And the spot is only kind of neat. Don't ever be on a ladder or usually do something important as the transition happens. I'm not saying it's a mistake to let people be able to explore the game. I will say it is a mistake letting people be able to get things like toxic super early. Okay, I don't see anything, period, at all. And I recognize this space, so yeah, I've been here. I want a Pumpkaboo so bad. I want a Pumpkaboo, but I want a Chandelure. That's not helping, because that's two ghosts. It's almost like I need to do a Halloween version of this run where I'm just using ghosts. In which case, it's gonna be a while. And I can't even remember, I don't even know. One has what? No ghost. Two has no ghost. 3 has technically no ghosts. You'd have to get the 4? Yeah, you'd have to get the 4 because 4 is the graveyard. Yes. It doesn't say what it is, which is kind of annoying. You have to get to 4. Nighttime has the Ghastly. And no. Daytime has the Ghastly. Nighttime has the sword. But this is also where you can catch Sableye. Which means if you did a ghost-only run, in theory, unless you were able... I don't even think you could get that far. I think you can only get here once you've done everything up to the point where you go to the investigator's place. The Looker Agency. I only remember that because of, again, X and Y. You go to the Looker Agency, you do the quest. Because the quests ask you to go to certain places and he's not nagging you to death, you can go anywhere. So you can hit 4, grab 3 ghost Pokemon at once, and there you go, you have a whole team. Haunter is unfortunate because you'd have to just sit there and spam, I think, battles to a degree to get to Haunter, and then use the trade code to get it to Gengar. But both, I don't even know if that's worth it. Because I don't know what Haunter learns, or if the way that the game works, either way, like, Gengar's gonna learn all those moves anyway. But you have everybody else, and one of them is guaranteed. No, Gengar Megas, that's right. Gengar and then Sableye. You have 2 options. Well, I'll put it this way. I've been... I was gonna say, I will cheese trying to catch this thing if I can. I already had one escape. Are you guys net? Alright. Not really sure why you hit the crocodile on the roof, I'm not seeing anything. Welcome to the Kalos region, a place where you can find 100 cafes. Are any of them good? I don't know. You have to be crazy to try every single one of them. I feel like it's exhausting. Alright, so we're on the top right side. This sludge. I actually have no idea how you're supposed to. I feel like it's a TM, like It took a minute, but I finally found the more reasonable answer. You wash it. It's like the ember on the brush, basically. Imagine people were supposed to potentially find that out with a water gun. I'm just hitting here with a special attack. Asper's, like, I'll just have type coverage with water pills. I think you need fly. Granted, if anyone hears me say, like, oh, you need fly, like, I'm not literally referring to the move. Your phone eventually kills you. Across semi-small. I can think of one area where there was sludge that I would be interested in like, going back to. And it's a wild zone. One of those games where objectively I know there's like certain things I need to do, but I'm also like a sucker for exploring free roam and just doing things and breaking things. Really don't think that's also another thing I probably should keep an eye out for. Is areas that aren't explicitly Ah, the big fish. Alright, I'm immediately angry. And I'm only saying this for one reason. There's a poop underneath it. I... Like, look at... Yeah. I know Arceus was in the past. I think it would have been cool to have had it happen again, except not the past, but medieval. I would love to have a reason to wear that. Yeah, here's the relics of the past. Literally referencing. Okay. All right. Weird flex. A lot of it's borrowed. Yeah. Also, are we dead? I know it's a really weird question, but we were displaced in time. Did we ever come back? And would we be living in the modern area as we are now? Oh, that's another weird flex. Just every single Pokeball. Alright. Going for a museum, Pokeballs would not exactly be the greatest thing to have in there, except the Hisuian ones. Actual relics. By the way, please give me my Hisuian Pokeballs back. They could go further and had better impact. Oh yeah, this is where I see. I cannot see if we've dropped any frames or not. I don't imagine we have. The other ones definitely were like, I guess, beginner and like slightly more difficult. This is only difficult because I fell off the first time and then I was in too much of a rush. Personal note. Now I gotta do it again, because I need the colorful screws. I know the Chespin one where like you battle it 3 times and then you just get it as a party member. So I wonder if this is like, oh, it's... Yep, that's what I figured. It was mentioned that it was a... the Froakie was mentioned to be a wild Pokemon? It just so happened to like climb the scaffolds anyway. So yeah. So if you wanted to do, there's reason to do gift only Pokemon, and that's possible. You can do Heracross because that's one of the gifted Pokemon. Well, it's a trade, but no, you're gonna have to catch the Pikachu. If you did gifted only, you've got the starter, you've got Chespin, and you've got Froakie, which in itself actually would make for an interesting Pokemon. Gift only Pokemon. Oh yeah, yeah. I know I should have gone for the taller one, but I feel like I would have had to have done this one more time anyway. I've got way more than enough. I might eventually get them all. I'm definitely not interested in it. Of course, all the doors are locked. We're not allowed to leave. That part is now that I know that I have enough. You're here to get me more food. Really? What? If you don't complete it like you're supposed to, you're supposed to fail. Should be in the top left now? Also, espers that are shiny that end up disappearing seem problematic as a shiny. Not good here.
Yo.
Press the button for those two.
Yo.
Oh, that's kind of. Oh, holy crap. It's a little tight. Hola, señor. Hola, señor. Bugs week 2. probably be the phone. Allow you to float over. Not sure how I get over there, but it's okay. I was gonna say, what? It's a sword, but it may only have those. Water luxury. Is that repeat? And love? It's probably metal. Looks like a bomb. Stop teasing me with Chandelure! I will say I'm very happy to know that it does evolve. It evolves with a dust. I was originally thinking, oh, I need to trade it in order to have its time form. Which means, you know, you're stuck not wanting to, signals for me to wind down and refuel. Hey, it undid it. Actually happened. That's a lot of gasoline. Yeah, I've been up here. In this one. so that's how I'm gonna trick it. I imagine someone's like, you do realize that you passed the focus center. Yep. Momentum will break if you do hit something. It's not like you can hit it and then fall down. Push into the space. Almost like you want to do it early, but still make get on there, but I can't get on it the other way. Yeah, take it. Alright, so... That's a lot. And I saw Earthquake. Undawn. Sunshine. Never actually been that interested in the... I think any game I've ever played, I was never interested in these stats. Okay, so Whirlipede needs... Whirlipede needs love badly. I really do want to do Hone. I really want to have Hone. I've never done a run with Hone. You're still a filler. I haven't found an appropriate fire. Flaffy is a fine member of the team. I will be completely honest. I would replace Flaffy though, because I've done so many runs with Flaffy. Or just like in general, I've always had Flaffy. So Flaffy's like a traitor. But I've never done a run with Whirlipede, Meowstick. I've never finished a run with Honedge. I've done runs with Bayleaf. Bayleaf would be a really hard trade though. Go for the trademark. Buddy. Special attack, special defense, which is down because of the nature, but I still need it to grow at a decent rate. And it's got good speed values, and it's got like decent defense value. And I definitely don't want it to have any attack values. I do need to like change that a little bit. I feel like what are you? I think you're gonna be a physical attacker. Infestation, U-turn, other bug-related moves I think are physical. So you might be you might actually be my physical attacker, so long as you're not fighting what? Oh, poison. I think poison works against fairy, if I remember correctly. So you need an actual, like, you don't need just toxic. You need another poison-based move that actually does like a lot of damage. Infestation is fine. I can live with infestation. But at that point, you're doing 2 dots to slowly whittle away your opponent's HP, which I need to look at infestation and see if it actually, like, what is it? 20 damage. 20 damage over a wild target gonna be switched out of battle during this time. Ooh, I don't even know if that's important. Oh man, rollout's not bad. Oh no, kind of rollout is actually kind of bad. Rollout doesn't do what it does in the games, where it grows more and more powerful. I love how if this is someone's first Pokemon game, there's so many things that are misleading that you will never understand. Because as soon as you go to another game, excluding Legends Arceus, which granted, at the end of the day, if Legends are its own thing and it just functions very much differently from the main series and will always do that, then that's the perception you could have. But you go to play any other Pokemon game, it's just like there's passive abilities and rollout doesn't work the way it works in the game, and you know, yada yada. Protect is not a bad power move that you can just be like, oh, I always want to be able to do this. Because it almost implies, like, I like rollout, but I think I would much rather have a good poison move so that, like, it's good against grass, fairy, and psychic? And as long as I'm not being hit with, like, fire and poison. There's a... oh, crap. Bug hates flying and fire. Poison hates... I don't know. Like, obviously the thing I should be fighting is, like, grass types. Probably in general, this is my grass type counter. If it's a bug, I can fight it. If it's electric, I can fight it. There's a few neutral types that I could fight and not worry about the consequences. Granted, if I have this, then it means that I'm good against flying? My Pokemon type chart just does not work. I don't know what rock is good against other than flying. It's kind of bad. No markings. I can't just be like, oh, you're gonna have like 4 different things you're gonna specialize in with points being spent into it. No, I need to consider that it's already got good speed, it's already got good HP. Ignore everything else, just let it exist the way it is, and just potentially buff special attack and special defense as much as possible. Granted, I can ensure that the defense at least also keeps up. If I do like a weird 3-way split with special attack, defense, and regular defense, there is a way I can make this Pokemon potentially kind of like tanky and still hit hard. It won't be impressively tanky by any means, but the longer it can stay out and fight, the better. Orthopede, I think, is just supposed to be more of a physical attacker. It's definitely not even remotely fast. But you could make the argument that if you buff... what is it? Like, his defense is already good. Special defense is okay. You could almost do HP. Like, it definitely implies that defense can go really high with this Pokemon. That's not a bad thing. It could be HP and defense and attack. Here, let me go to... wait. Oh, hold on. Holy good Jesus, God. Oops. Huh. I'm sorry. It's completely blown away by this, like, I'm thinking that overlay is like how far it can go, and it's just like, no, I'm to the stratosphere. It's like, oh God. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Give him room to evolve, which I think the middle form almost reflects that of a Kakuna Metapod, where I think its stats is like okay, right? Like you can look at all the stats, they're not great for a level 23 comparative to something else. But its defense is solid. Like just physical defense keeps it alive. It feels like a Kakuna. The HP is okay. As soon as it evolves, all of its stats are probably gonna like proportionally get a lot better. And then you'll really see it come out of its, you know, evolution phase. Cocoon phase, I guess you could just say that. And just be a lot bigger and a lot stronger. And, yeah, having effort values this high is definitely gonna make, hopefully, a big difference. I really hope that the potential move list that I'm going to use later is physical, because I definitely want this to be a physical fighter. Technically, so is this. This is a physical fighter. I don't mind the idea of like this being healthy, tanky, and then I also don't mind throwing a bunch of stuff onto defense. Honestly, like its HP, its stats are probably fine enough that I could throw iron at it. Yeah. Went from 50, I think it was like 59 or something like that to 61. So it's already made a direct difference. Now I have to just simply level him up over time, and hopefully hopefully all three of his stats will be impressively better. Also, it just looks like an arrow now, pointing towards attack. He should, hopefully, be good at attacking in the future, while also having like a healthy amount of HP and defense, so that even though he's not fast, he'll be able to tank a whole bunch of stuff later on. And then, yeah, I feel bad because I haven't even done the same thing with this one. I burned all of my HP stuff on Home Dude over there. Yeah. I hate that its special defense ended up being the thing that goes down. It just really makes it a unhealthful nature. There's a chance that you can change the nature. I don't know if you can. But that would be a cool feature to figure out later. Then that would actually fix a lot. But yeah, I'm pretty much with these investments saying I'm absolutely going Whirlipede and I'm absolutely going Meowstic. That being said, Everybody else is tradable. These two guaranteed. These two, for the most part, like guaranteed. Definitely could trade it out if I find something more interesting. That's negotiable, and then negotiable, but with a small hesitation. I may just end up keeping him anyway. Because he's steel. I mean, that's such a good reason to keep him anyway. There's Aaron, that I feel like I would easily take at some point, I think. Aaron is such an easy choice. A-R-O-N. Aaron. What is it like, oh, why can't I remember the other Pokemon's name? Tyranitar. So, the base form of Tyranitar. I really like that Pokemon. Up to, you know, the big Tyranitar. I like Aaron all the way up to the big Titan form as well. I may just stick to them. I can't remember. I don't even have a good steel type move either, which is kind of funny. It's Aerial Ace. That's like my my cover move, because I don't know if I'm gonna have a flying Pokemon still whenever I switch this one out. Speaking of which, Psychic would be to the right? Nope. Will-O-Wisp. Aw. Remove that. View all boxes. Rename. Oh, I do have two of the same. I'm kind of thinking about Iceon? Ice is good against flying, which is what Electric's good against. Ice is good against grass? Ice is good against dragon. There's a chance you could come across dragon. I don't know. I don't know what I would use. Perky is water, so I don't explicitly have a water Pokemon, but I do have Meowstic, which covers water. I have I have 60, 65, and 80 with a defense down. Psychic Dark Pulse, water. Specifically at the moment, Bug. Just basically pure grass. With survivability. Electric. Swift is fine. It's like Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray, those are the two. Ember, well, even the wing attack because I have Aerial Ace and then Ghost. It's about having coverage, but I'm still going to use whatever moves I have against the Pokemon I'm fighting. Can't remember if I actually do have a fighting. Oh, there it is. This one evolves. No, for what it does, no, I'm good. I already had a Cleffa. No! I'm already failing me. Crap. Level 30 Staryu. Staryu with Ice Beam, yeah. I definitely would prefer Brookie. 100% of the time. Clefable's not bad. Hey, you're a dark. Wait, dark. You're not dark, you're a ghost. I would say you're primarily a ghost. Or you're probably more well known for being a ghost. Houndour is fire. Either way you spin it. This is actually my Beedrill. Pin Missile, Aerial Ace aren't bad. Especially since it's 17 and its stronger attack is... The stronger nature is attack. Speed isn't exactly great. HP's okay. Geared more towards speed. Go to party and leave everything there. Alright, yeah, I gotta call it. I've gotta go to bed. Gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I got one ranking done and a little bit more XP and a lot more items collected. Pretty much decided to commit to 2 Pokemon being on my team, like, you know, for the foreseeable future. And you can always rotate. You can always rotate Pokemon around, so that it's not like, oh, this is, you know, the 6 I'm going to run no matter what, period. I will say, though, can we get some more? I guess it'll take a little bit more work to get, like, some more zones. Because besides this one having an impossible Pokemon for me to collect, because I can't physically get to it, at least, you know, as far as I know. That gate looks like it's in a weird spot. And then that path has implications. Maybe it's underground. I don't know. But I can't get to this right now. So that means it's the only one that I haven't finished. It's the only one I haven't found everything in. But yeah, side quests. I think a couple of side quests and then ranking and then, you know, doing that rotation is fine. But what is it? If you do Dratini, Dragonair, Dragon Knight, you could always have just something that's pure dragon, I think. And I will be honest, weird take. If I actually ever do decide to do a run with a Dratini, I will go to Dragonair. I will refuse to go to Dragon Knight. Not saying, you know, the whole potential foot in the race of like hating Dragon Knight's design. It doesn't make sense, you know, any of that stuff. It's not just like Dragonair. I think Dragonair just eloquently looks really cool. It feels like a natural step up from Dratini. And I think I would just be fine using it that way. And if Eviolite is in this game, yeah. It may not be the strongest dragon, but, you know. It'd be a lot harder to take down. Anyway, I'm stopping. I'm gonna go ahead and save and bounce. 54 Pokemon in the Pokédex. Wait. I need to give people more items. Is it? I can give them a berry. No point in doing that. No point in doing that. Oh! Actually, yeah, I can do that real quick. So many tiny mushrooms. Let us actually ignore him. Go over here. Maybe I could turn these into other people around the city. I will just stick to what I remember. I need it better. More XP, please. What's more important now, money or mega shards or damage resistance? As much, yeah. I think the one that would be the most impactful would be just not blacking out.